power of five, deciding Trump's fate in the Nobel Peace Prize. In a world where peace is often a fleeting concept, five individuals hold the power to bestow one of the most prestigious honors, the Nobel Peace Prize. This year, the spotlight is on these judges as they decide whether U.S. President Donald Trump will receive this esteemed award. The Nobel Committee, an entity established by Norway's Storting Parliament in 1897, is tasked with selecting the laureate of the Nobel Peace Prize. This committee, whose members are elected for 6-year terms, represents the political diversity of Norway's parliament, ensuring a balanced perspective. But here's where it gets controversial. This year's decision is shrouded in secrecy, and the world is eagerly awaiting the announcement on Friday at 11 a.m. local time, 7 p.m. at the Norwegian Nobel Institute in Oslo. Since his return to office, President Trump has claimed to have ended 8 wars, and he believes this achievement warrants the Nobel Peace Prize. He has even gone so far as to suggest that not receiving the prize would be an insult to America. So, who are these 5 judges, and what do we know about them? The judges: Jørgen Watne Friednes, chairman of the Nobel Committee. Friednes is the youngest ever to hold this position, appointed in 2021. With a background in human rights advocacy and freedom of expression, he has played a pivotal role in rebuilding the island of Utøya after the tragic massacre in 2011. Asli Toje, vice chair. Toje is considered a conservative and has served as research director at the Norwegian Nobel Institute. He has also authored a book on the European Union's role as a small power. Anne Enger, a member since 2018, Enger has a background in nursing and politics, having served in various government roles. She has also been an advocate against free abortion in Norway. Kristin Clemet, appointed in 2021. Clemet is a Norwegian politician and economist. She has served as an advisor to past prime ministers and has held ministerial positions. Gry Larsen, formerly a Labour state secretary. Larsen is an advocate for global women's rights and has criticized Trump's cuts to foreign aid spending. Past decisions and controversies. The selection process is kept highly confidential, and the committee's discussions and voting patterns are not revealed. Friednes, the chairman, described the meetings as intense debates, but they strive for consensus each year. Under Friednes' leadership, the committee has awarded the prize to individuals like Maria Ressa and Dmitry Muratov for their fight for freedom of expression, Belarusian dissident Alice Bialyatsky for protecting fundamental rights, and Iran's Narges Mohammadi for her advocacy for women's rights. Last year, they honored Japan's Nihon Hidankyo, a group of survivors of the U.S. bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Controversies have surrounded some of their decisions. Toje and Enger were on the committee when Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed won the prize in 2019, but Ethiopia later launched a new offensive in Tigray. Toje has also faced false claims of endorsing India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the prize. Enger, who voted against Norway's EU membership, has been an anti-abortion advocate, and Larsen has faced criticism from the Norwegian Israel Center against anti-Semitism for her alleged stance on Israel. Trump's chances and the judges' views. Trump's desperation to win the Nobel Peace Prize is well known, especially after Barack Obama received it in 2009. He has lobbied Norwegian diplomats, including former NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg, for support. Friednes asserts that the committee remains independent, despite external pressures. He has previously criticized Trump for his actions against democratic nations. Anne Enger has maintained her silence on her preferences, while Larsen has been critical of Trump's policies, especially his cuts to USAID and his views on women and human rights. Clemet has also expressed skepticism towards Trump's presidency. Toje, however, has a different perspective. He attended Trump's inauguration and praised it, suggesting that Western liberals should adopt a more nuanced approach towards Trump and the MAGA movement. Yet, he has dismissed any influence from lobbying efforts. A tough year for the committee. With ongoing wars and democratic challenges, the committee feels the weight of their decision. Friednes believes that the world is discussing peace, and that's a positive step. However, within Norway, there are concerns about the potential fallout if Trump doesn't win, especially considering the U.S. has already imposed tariffs on Norway's exports. Other contenders. The Nobel Committee has received 338 nominations, including individuals and organizations. Bookmakers like Ladbrokes and odds makers favor Trump and the Sudanese Emergency Response Rooms, a volunteer group providing aid in Sudan's war-torn areas. Nina Greger, director of the Peace Research Institute Oslo, suggests that the emergency response rooms and the Committee to Protect Journalists are worthy candidates, highlighting the importance of humanitarian initiatives and a free press. As the world waits with bated breath, the decision of these 5 judges will have far-reaching implications. And this is the part most people miss. The Nobel Peace Prize is not just about recognizing past achievements, but also about sending a powerful message for the future. Who will be the recipient of this year's prize? The world will soon find out.